All right, we're recording, we're live. Well, not necessarily live, but so I'm so excited that we're having our very first virtual party for me personally. And so thank you, Marquita, that we are able to do this. And I actually wanted to rap live with you guys because I do have a couple of dry raps, but I say, you know what, it's time for me to rap. So let me go ahead and just show you how we do it. So before I even get into the PowerPoints and stuff, I'm just gonna let you guys like see how we rap. So then that way, like if you ever try a rap, and Marquita, you'll still get a free rap for doing the party regardless. So yeah. So I'm gonna show you what all we do. I'm gonna try to have my stomach and stuff all the way in there, but enough where you can see. All right. So usually when you wrap, you'll get a box of 4 just like this, and it'll come in a box like this. And then they come in an actual package just like this, so you can already kind of just rip it off like this. And instructions are on back. So I know sometimes people are like, well, I don't have any instructions, da-da-da. They're already on the back. It tells you the ingredients, everything on the back of the package. So what I do is before I wrap, I usually do take a before picture, so I'm glad I just thought about that. I take a before picture. So, and we have an app for everything. So we have an app just for those who are wrapping, so then that way they can get a good picture. So, all right. So it's about to take a picture for me. All right, let's see how this works. I never did it like before. I mean, all right. So I just want results. So you always want to keep it, you can't see what I'm really doing, but you always want to just make sure that you have it close enough and then far back enough where you can see. Okay, yeah, this is perfect. All right, so I'm taking a picture of the stomach. All right, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the timer in the picture. Okay. Yeah, this is much better. All right. All right, then I'm gonna go to the side. All right. So just took that picture. I don't really like that side picture because you can't see it too much. So let me do it one more time. There we go. Better. Okay. So we take a before picture because, of course, everyone is like, if they don't take a picture, they'll say, I didn't see no results. Like, my stomach's still looking the same. And it's like, no, trust me, it changed. You just can't notice it just looking down at your stomach. So unless, of course, you get some really, really, really great results that you're like, okay, I see it without even having to take a picture. But I still take a picture anyways. So I use toner. And toner, this is optional. Everybody doesn't have to use it. But basically, I haven't taken a shower. I have taken a shower earlier today, but not right now. And so what I want to do is clean my stomach off just in case, like any sweat, running around with Audrey, things like that. So I put it on a cotton ball and I'm just cleaning my area of my stomach. I guess I can show you guys now. And that, yeah, I'm pretty good in the stomach area. So you just clean it off. And then this is what the wrap looks like. So it's 2 sides to a wrap, and of course the side that you want to put on is the side with the cream on it. So some people do ask like, do I gotta buy cream to put on the wrap? And I'm like, no, the cream is already on the wrap. So of course this is the side with the cream. So I'm gonna put it like that. And Put it on. Ooh. So I'm Operation Abs right now, so that's why I really wanted to wrap. So it's pretty easy to put on by yourself. It'll already kind of lay on your skin because of the ingredients. And then I use Fab Wrap. This is also optional. You can buy this from the website. And what I do is just lay it there. And you don't want to put it tight because the ingredients is what actually tightens your skin. So it's not the actual, oh, let me put it, you know, super tight. I know some people, they're like, oh no, girl, I had that on, it's super tight. And I'm like, why? You don't want to cut your circulation off. Like the ingredients is what actually helps tighten and tone. So, and then I usually just put one thing of Saran wrap. I usually put one thing of Saran wrap on just to secure it. Because sometimes, like you see, just popped off. So. Now with Saran wrap, you definitely want to make sure you have the Saran wrap on you, because this is what will actually keep the wrap on. If you have like tight compression clothes, then you're good with that, or Ace bandage. But usually Saran wrap pretty much does a good job. And of course, my Saran wrap is looking crazy. All right. All right, so that's literally how you wrap. That easy. And pull my shirt down. And then you just want to drink water. And that is it. All right. Now we'll get into the PowerPoint, Nadia. Just the first slide. All right, so then you can go to the next slide. All right, so just like what I just did, you saw how I did it. Now you can wrap literally from the neck down. So meaning you can wrap your neck, you can wrap your breasts, you can wrap your arms, your legs, your thighs. I even seen some people wrap their feet. So it's all in, you know, whatever you need a wrap for to tighten, tone, and firm. And then since it's boot season, a lot of people have wrapped their thighs because, you know, clearly sometimes sometimes boots are like a little tight. So you need to get, you know, your skin a little tighter. So they pretty much wrap their thighs. And then we do have a facial, and I don't have one out dry. I did, but I'm not sure where it's at. But so we have a facial, and it's exactly how she has on her face. And it basically is just like the wrap, except it's for your face. So it's kind of like you just giving yourself a regular facial. And then you see results in little as 45 minutes. I'm probably, since this is my like 100th wrap, I'll probably keep it on for an hour or two just to kind of let it, you know, get into my skin and really start to tighten my skin. And so, of course, the first wrap that you do, you want to make sure that you do 45 minutes just to make sure that your skin is okay with it and things like that, and you don't, you know, break out and things. So that is that. Next slide, Nadia. All right. So clearly you can see this is what it does. I'm quite sure that you guys probably have seen before and afters of what wraps do. Like it says, it tightens, tones, and firms is in little as 45 minutes. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Perks of having a child. All right, so basically, once you wrap, you don't want to just wrap once, because when you wrap once, that's a treat is what we call it. And so what you want to do is make sure that you wrap all four with all four applicators. Come here, Audrey. Miss Audrey was trying to do things that she's not supposed to. All right. So basically, like I said, you want to make sure that you. Okay. All right. Should be quiet now. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you use all four wraps in the actual pack, because that's what we call like an actual treatment. And then what we also have is a loyal customer program, which makes the wraps a little bit more cheaper, other than just buying it a full box. A full box is usually $99, but when you buy with the loyal customer program, we give you a discount of $59. So it's so much better to do the loyal customer program rather than just saying, oh yeah, girl, let me just get a box of wraps. Because of course, not only we're doing that just to help you out, but it also looks better and you'll get a full procedure if you go ahead and, purchase it for the loyal customer program. So we'll go into what exactly the loyal customer program is in the next couple of slides. All right, so this slide says, become a loyal customer. So when you're a loyal customer, you pretty much save 40%. You save 40% off retail on the price of the actual product. So like I was saying, a full box of wraps is $99, but if you do the loyal customer program, you get it for $59. So the loyal customer program is basically a program that is designed to help you. So usually we always call it a 90-day challenge. And the reason why we call it a 90-day challenge is because we want you to get your full results, not just, oh, I done tried it today and I got nice results, but that's about it. And so the loyal customer program is basically saying, hey girl, you're gonna get, let's say, okay, today's January. So you're gonna get it today for January, and then you're going to get one more box in February, and then the last box in March. So the great thing is, one, you can change products. So let's say you got the wraps in January, and then in February you wanted the greens, which I'll show you what the greens is in a little bit. And then the third month you can get like hair, skin, and nails, or whatever you were interested in, so you don't have to pretty much stay locked into you don't have to stay locked into an actual, thank you, Audrey. So, okay, hush. So I want to go ahead while we're on this actual slide. Oh, you can go back. Or actually, you can take it off the screen, so then that way I can show the a few products that we have. Okay, good. All right, so the first product that I really, really, really love that I want to highlight is the Fat Fighters. So I'll get a little bit closer. So the Fat Fighter is basically a carb inhibitor. It pretty much takes up to 79% of fat that we intake. So what I'm going to do is show you exactly what it does. It's a great demonstration that I have. So there's supplements that look just like this. Showing you exactly what it looks like. And you can crush it up or you can break it in half just in case you're not like a pill person like how I am, because I know personally sometimes I'm like, pills. And so I have a pill crusher that's going to show you what it does. Yep. All right. So I have the glass here because this is our stomach. So let's just say this is our stomach and we're having a nice little dinner at Cheesecake Factory or anywhere basically that you want to have a good snack from. So are you going to help me? Okay. So the oil is that cheesecake, that steak, that salmon, and basically, once we have our stomach, it's empty, just has full of water, and then we eat that cheesecake. So I'm gonna put the oil in here. I'm gonna let you see what it does. Put just a little bit more in there. All right, so the oil is right here. You can see where the oil is compared to the water. So you can see that is our, thank you, Audrey, thank you. But no, I don't need it right there. All right, so we've crushed them up. You wanna do the pouring? No, ma'am. Yeah, look. All right, let's pour it in there. All right. And I'll pick it up so that you guys can see what's going to happen. So basically, the fat fighter is absorbing some of that fat, and it's going to pull it down. So that is exactly what the fat fighter does. It literally pulls down 79%. No, it doesn't need toner. It pulls down 79% of that fat that we just intake. And the reason also why I love these too is because they're only $23 and you get a full bottle of them. And you want to take them once a day, but you really don't have to take them every day because hopefully you don't have a cheat meal every day, but you can take them every day. Just as a good way to help you if you're still trying to transition into better foods. So that's the fat fighter. And then a few other products I was just going to talk about, of course, is the cleanse. We have a 2-day cleanse. You get 4 of these in an actual box. And in the box, you want to take these 1 in the morning, 1 at night for 2 days. Thank you. You want to take them. You want to take them once in the morning, once at night for 2 days, and it literally just cleans the sludge that's sitting in the intestines that we actually don't even know that's in there, but the cleanse basically helps clean that out. So if you get a little bottle like this, and it tastes kind of like a berry juice, kind of like a spiked berry juice. And so it's not that bad, but it's a good cleanse that you want to do periodically just to help your body flush the toxins out. All right. And then the next one I'm going to talk about is the defining gel. So the defining gel is actually just like the wrap, except it's not as concentrated, so you can use it every day. So let's just say, for example, you are you just wrapped, so I'll probably use it tonight too. You just wrapped and you got some really good results. Or let's just say, for example, you just finished up doing your full treatment of the 3 boxes of wraps and you want to keep your results longer. So the defining gel is really good for that. Also, defining gel is good for if you have eczema, dry spots, dry skin, things like that. I actually, from some odd reason, since this winter time has come, it has really dried my skin out. So I put it up there, and it really has been helping my skin. Like, it's not even you can't really see it, but it's not that dry. Simply because I've been using the Defining Gel just to kind of soothe it. And the most important ingredient in it is menthol, and that's with a lot of our products, especially the wrap. So it's not as you know, it's literally botanical ingredients. You're not having like the toxins or anything like that some people think that it's in the wrap. And then the next product I wanted to talk about was our Wipe Out Wrinkles. So it's really good because thankfully, you know, Black Girl Magic, we don't really get wrinkles, so to speak, but we get bags under our eyes. So what I always talk about is this wow is literally the wow.com. So what you do is you get a box of 40 and you would literally just open it up, put it up there, and yeah. You get it up, you put it up there onto your skin wherever you have bags, lines, things like that, and it really works like that. And so since it's a virtual party, it's not too much that I can show, but if we were in person, I could really show how good the results are. All right. The next two products I'll show, of course, is the energy drink that we have. So a lot of people don't know that we have energy drinks. And it's actually an energy drink that's not like, I don't know if you guys ever tried Red Bull or that 5-Hour Energy. If you have, it's so toxic. Those are so toxic. And this drink, energy drink, literally has, 13 grams of sugar. And it tastes kind of like, I mean, personally with me, I like Sprite and Canada Dry ginger ale. So it kind of tastes like that to me, except it just has less sugar. So it's not as harsh. And it's still giving you that full energy that you need just through fruits and veggies. So that's one thing that I really like about the energy drink. All right. And my last and most favorite product is the hair, skin, and nails. So I love these hair, skin, and nails so much. I've cut my hair a million times and grew it right on back with these. I don't know if you guys have seen what they actually look like, but I'll show you. So they're not as big. I would say they're about medium size. And again, I know a lot of people, they crush it up and they put it in their smoothies or, you know, in their drinks, or just take it, you know, full with water. And they literally help with skin and your nails and, of course, your hair. So that's something that I always loved about them ever since they've been out. And also they're a multivitamin, so you're not just taking it just for your hair, skin, and nails. Like, it's an actual vitamin where I didn't even have to take my prenatals anymore with Audrey because she's getting the full servings with these hair, skin, and nails. So that was one thing that I really liked about the hair, skin, and nails. So, all right, Nadia, you can go to the next slide. Was there any other products that you guys knew about that you wanted to hear about? Because I pretty much have all the products. If no questions, then yeah, I can go to the next slide. All right, so, sorry, Audrey, she unpulled it. All right, so this next slide is basically talking about joining the party. So, Kayla, just like we were saying earlier, I was going to talk to you about this because I truly love this business. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you my story of how I even got into it. And I got into it January 2014. Mm-hmm. And when I joined, I was a college student still at Norfolk State. I was in my senior semester, and I was working a part-time job, AKA I'm in organizations and things like that. So I was extremely busy, but I knew that my part-time job wasn't, you know, enough to meet for me to make it, basically, because AKA is a lot of money. You know, the organization that I was in was a lot of money. And of course I was a Miss Senior as well. And so we needed things for that. I mean, it was just so many fees, dues, and then I was about to graduate. So of course you got to pay for your robe and all of that. So I was like, you know what, instead of me getting another part-time job just to keep me afloat, let me look into something that I may be more interested in. So I had actually did Avon for like maybe a week or two. And I was like, oh, let me just try something for some extra money. But Avon just wasn't in like our, I want to say our age group. Like a lot of people don't look at Avon and they're like, oh, let me go get some Skin So Soft. You know what I mean? So I was just like, that's not something that I'm really, really interested in. So then my cousin, he had this new girlfriend that came in, and I don't know if you guys are like this, but I know personally when my family gets new girlfriends and boyfriends, I got to check them out. Like I'm that little sister, little cousin that's just like, I need to see what this person's all about. So her name is Alina, and she had pretty much quit her job at JP Morgan Chase. She was in finance. And she moved up to New York and had this 6-figure-a-year job, doing so great. And she ended up leaving it because she wasn't fulfilled. She just felt like she was just going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. So she moved back down to Georgia, which is where she's originally from. And she started doing this business. And when I joined, she was a double diamond in the company. And double diamonds make $6,000 a month. So I'm like, $6,000 a month, sign me up, please. So that's when I signed up again, like I said, in January. February, March, and April, I was pretty much promoting and making, a good amount of money. So then May came around, and that's when I was really trying to promote, but then also I was graduating from NSU. So it was hard to try to kind of juggle those two things. But I just like, I'm going to still do it works, but I'm going to put it on the back burner because that's when I ended up moving up here to Fredericksburg. And pretty much fast forward through that May, and then June came, and I started working at Geico. And Geico is a great company. I would never even talk down about it because I pay them for my insurance. But I started working at Geico, and it was great. The money was great. And around July time came, and I started getting like really depressed. And when I say depressed, I mean I was like crying and trying to figure out like why in the world was I going through this. Like I was sad. Even going to work, sometimes my managers would put me aside and they would say, what's wrong? Is it the money? And I'm like, no, you guys are paying me well over enough than I would have ever thought that I would be getting paid at that time right out of college. And that's when I was like, you know what? I'm just not feeling fulfilled. So that's when I went down in August, and I went and saw Alina and my cousin Prince. That's my cousin's name. And they were just living the life. And I'm like, dang, what am I doing? Like I'm sitting here, going to work every day. Not saying that it's anything wrong with, doing that. But I was just feeling like I just graduated and I just didn't feel fulfilled. Like I was not happy at all. So August 25th, 2014, I'll never forget, is when I put my 2 weeks in, and I was just like, okay, I'll get one more check and see how that'll hold me over. And I go in, give them my 2 weeks notice, and they were like, oh, we don't do 2 weeks in training, so you have to go today. And I'm like, what? I'm thinking like I'll get at least, one more check just to hold me over. And they were like, no, you have to leave today. So I'm like, oh, okay. So they literally put me through an exit interview, which was really weird. So just for me to leave, they had to like give me these interview questions and things like that. And I just thought that was so weird. But so I left that day, and my husband, he was like, you know what, you've been really moody lately. You need to take a pregnancy test. So I'm like, okay, I'll take the pregnancy test, but I know I'm not pregnant. And lo and behold, I was pregnant with Audrey. So the same day that I had quit my job was the same day that I found out that I was pregnant with Audrey. So I was like, all right, what am I going to do? I know I don't want to go back to work. I know that clearly daycare is really expensive, especially up here too. And I was like, you know what? It works. You're just going to have to come back in my picture and work for me. So flashback to September of 2015, I went diamond with the company, and we averaged about $2,000 more a month. And I've literally just been like on a living spree, I guess you would say, with It Works, because it has really done a lot for me, and not just for me, but my family too. Like my mother is a distributor. Of course, my husband is a distributor. And, I just have a lot of family members that's in it now, and it's really helping them in terms of like financial needs. So that's my story. And just to talk about basically what is on your screen right now is the steps to success. So steps to success is basically what we do in the company each and every month. So let's say, for example, step 1. So step 1 is joining the party. Oh, go back. Step 1 is joining the party. And so when you join, you get this business builder kit, as you can see, with a full box of wraps, fab wrap, and then the defining gel samples. Also, you get the wrap magazine, a party pad, which is what I've actually been using. So you get a party pad like this so that you can have parties like this, or of course, face-to-face. And you get a catalog, an It Works bracelet, and a store discount flyer. So you get all of that in your business builder kit, plus a month of your website free. So we can talk a little bit more about that later. So that's what you do to join, and it's $99. And like I said, when you join, you get that box of wraps. And if you wrap 4 people, you get your $100 back like that. So that's what I did. Like when I joined and I paid my $99, it was in my savings account. I was like, I don't have $99 to spend, but I got it out of my savings account, and I went, as soon as I got my kit, I wrapped 4 people and I got my $100 back. So yeah, that is the first step in our steps to success. Yeah, we can do the second step. All right, so step 2 is you enroll 4 qualified loyal customers in 30 days and get 2 wrap rewards to use towards 2 boxes of wraps. So basically what they're saying is a loyal customer is what I was explaining earlier. Basically, like I said, the loyal customer, they choose any product that they want. They don't have to have a certain number of things that they order, or, you know, it's not a maximum or minimum. And a qualified loyal customer just means that they don't share the same address with you. So they can just be a mother, sister, cousin, just as long as they don't share the address with you. So every time that you get 2 customers, you'll get a full box of wraps for $25 instead of the $59 price. So that's why we always say that it's so great just to get customers, because not only are you getting, you know, your commissions off of them, you're also getting perks like that. And it's other things that we'll go over too, that you get when you get customers. And then step 3, which I believe is everyone's favorite. And the reason why it's everyone's favorite is because you gather at least 3 qualified distributors and help one of your qualified distributors get 2 of their own qualified distributors. And then you go Ruby. Excuse me. So let's just say, you know, Marquita, you came in and then you had Kayla and then the 2 other ladies that was going to come in, that was going to come into the party. So you're pretty much almost there to get to Ruby. All you need literally is 5 people, but they always say that you want to mainly focus on 3, because if you just continue just to, okay, when Kayla comes in, just for example, if she does the same thing, then that's helping her get to Ruby. So it's kind of like one of those where you're literally setting yourself up for success, and you're teaching everyone to pretty much be duplicated. So when you go Ruby, it used to be a $500 bonus that you get on top of going Ruby, which when you go Ruby, you get $500 a month. And they actually stopped it for January, but we always get these huge bonuses in February. So just like last year, my mom came in March, and she got a $1,000 bonus on top of going Ruby. So her check was like $1,500. She was like, "What, girl?" You know, so that's why she was really on top of it, because you usually get bonuses when you go Ruby. So what the company and what the CEO just said is, when people come in between January and February, you'll basically get a bonus, but he hasn't told us what it's going to be. So it's kind of like a mystery right now what the bonus is going to be. Praying that they bring back the $1,000 bonus, because that was awesome. I just actually had one of my team members just got the $500 bonus. So it's very, very lucrative just even going Ruby or just being in the business, period. All right, Nadia. So that's the steps to success. And right here is basically just telling you what distributors make on average by each rank a year. So let's just say, I'm sorry, this isn't a year, this is by month. So distributors on average make $54, and this can go up or down. It's literally by your commissions and what customers come to your website. So distributors make on average $54. Executives make $231. Ruby $497. So like I was saying, when people go Ruby, that's about $500. And then usually they get a bonus on top of that. Emeralds, they're $794, and they usually have a bonus too. Usually from Ruby on up, you'll get a bonus. So Diamond, which is what I am, so that's about $1992. Doubles, $4,741. Triple, $8,946. Presidential, $16,295. And then Ambassador, $37,583. And this is a month, guys. So just like I was just talking about, Alina, which is my cousin, well, my cousin-in-law now, she's an Ambassador Diamond. So just even thinking, sometimes you're kind of like, girl, you're not making that much money. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that doesn't even sound real, because that's some people's salary a year. But she's making it. I can tell for sure that she's making it. But it's just so mind-boggling that some people really come in and they look at Ambassador and they're just like, man, if I could make that, you know. And so it's literally possible. It's just all in having that mindset where you're like, you know what, I know that I want to either quit my job or I want to start, you know, making other businesses and making other business ventures that I know I'm going to count on this business as an investment so that I can pay for other stuff.
I gotta see.
So, yeah.
She took her hands in her face.
I know.
She got some voodoo on his pants.
Okay. All right. So yeah, next step, next slide. So the next slide is having a choice of either becoming a loyal customer. So loyal customers, again, they save up to 40% of retail prices on all products. They're able to manage their orders with their own online account. They get products when they do the auto shipment. So usually I don't even say the auto shipment because it's just kind of like, I wouldn't say it scares people away, but when they know that they're doing a challenge, they don't even think of it as an auto shipment because they're just like, you know what, I know I'm going to be getting these products, you know, the following month. And then, of course, experience life-enhancing results every day. Or when you become a distributor like us, you save up to 40% off of retail on products, so you're still able to save on products. You're able to manage your business with an online account, which is what we all get, and we call it eSuite. So I'm able to, whenever I get a customer or a new team member or just anything like that, I'm able to go onto my own website and look at it. And then, of course, we earn party cash and commissions. And another great reason why I think a lot of people love doing parties is because, let's just say, for example, this was an in-person party. And Marquita, you were the host. So you would get a free wrap just for hosting. But if 4 people came and, you know, I guess wrapped for $25, I would have came out with $100. So right then and there, you're already making $100 just from having a little party doing, you know, pretty much what I just did, just talking about the products and things like that. And then, of course, the Ruby bonus, they have that there. And I know it's coming back. I'm trying to figure out if they're going to do the 500 or 1,000, but usually they do 1,000 around this time. So, yeah, that is, I believe that concludes the whole PowerPoint presentation. Right, Nadia? Okay. Well, yeah, this is basically just talking about, you know, the average percentages and things like that we all make. So it's between the highs and lows of how many distributors that are at that rank and depending upon what they make in the company. So, yeah, that's what that income disclosure is for. All right. I know that was a mouthful, you guys. So do you have any questions, concerns about either, you know, becoming a customer or distributor or just like about the business in general?
I'm fine with all my questions. I talked to you recently about becoming a distributor for it. And you just answered pretty much all of my questions within the slides and everything. So
good. Okay. That's good. Yeah, I really, I love this business. Like I probably always say this, but I think the main reason why I do love this business is, one, friendships. Like I didn't even know Nadia in school. Like, did we ever meet in school? I don't even think we ever met in school. So we probably came across each other, but just like being able to have like, you know, the friendship. So I'm able to just network with other people who, you know, I probably seen, but we just never like had a full-blown conversation about. And then of course, you know, the monetary side is always a blessing and good just to have as, you know, on the side. So yeah, Kayla, did you have any, you know, questions that you wanted to ask?
No, I don't have any questions, but it does sound like something I would be interested in doing.
Okay.
As far as the money that for right now, no, I don't have it. That's why I was out looking for jobs today. Because like you said, there are different things that I do want to get into. One I do want to talk to you about on a personal level, though.
Okay.
Me and you are already friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so you can just message me.
yeah, so I'll contact you personally and I'll talk to you about that too.
Okay.
Because and what I'm doing would sound great to do together. Because first of all, you can create your own hours. And that's what I've always been about doing, is creating my own hours. And I'm a model on top of that. So my time is very precious. And yeah. And these opportunities sound like things I would want to get into to create income for myself. And then plus me and my sister are on the verge of opening up our own skin and hair care business.
Oh, really?
So we have a lot that we need to do, and we do need money to fund it.
Right.
So
yeah, businesses, it's like they look so glamorous, but as soon as you find out how much they cost, you're like, oh, what?
I never like smile my face at it because I am a business major and I know what it takes. And that's why, okay, I'm adamant about getting this job because we have so many people that is talking about our products and they have a nickname for it now. And we're like, okay, we really need to get this off now. So that's where my focus is right now, is getting that business off the ground. Because I know once it is, it's going to be super successful.
Yeah. So is it like, is it an actual like skincare, or how does
it's combined? It's in one. You could put it in your hair and you can use it on your skin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting. Sure.
We already talked to a business consultant about it, and he looked at us like, "What have you girls done?"
Wow.
Yeah, we're excited about doing it and the other things that we're doing. My sister's getting ready to join LTD, the business that I want to talk to you about. It works, but it's a lot different. Instead of like you getting discounts and stuff, you get discounts, but also you get paid for buying your own products.
Yeah, that's what we do too.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, okay, that's like something I would want.
Kind of like similar. And you said, what's the company called?
LTD.
LTB.
Yes.
Okay.
So don't think about it too much. I'm gonna tell you about it, you know, and stuff, because you are business savvy, you already have it, and that's what people are, you know, that's what this business is looking for. We don't just put people in business just to say you have one. You have to have the ambition and the drive to be better and live a wealthy lifestyle. Right. So yeah, I had to come up on my thinking a little bit, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, that's why I mean, and it's funny because I didn't know too much about business before I got into this business, and I literally a lot of people that's in this business are in the business field or like finance field, at least on our team. So they kind of like trained us where I know, you know, a lot of things about it. But yeah, and it's funny because every time I do try to do other venues and stuff, and when I say venues, I mean like my AM Daily YouTube thing, I'm always like, well, you know what? Let me first get the coins first because it costs to do good things. So yeah. I definitely understand. All right. If you have any other further questions, we can definitely, you can always just message me, or we can talk about it a little bit later. And I'm so happy that you guys stayed and listened, even despite some little hiccups with my daughter. But
It's all good,
yeah,
baby.
that's the beauty of working at home. Yeah, you hear in the background.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much, Marquita. And I'll go ahead and text you and get your address for your wrap. All right. Have a good night.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.